悠悠，可以把你声音弄小一点吗？Hi Emma. Hi Emma. So we're gonna wait for a few more people and then we'll start.
Hi. Please say hello. Hello.
Hello. We're gonna start in a few minutes when everybody's joined. There's only two people, but it's okay. We'll start now. So we're first gonna review today what we learned last week, which was numbers, and then we'll start learning about word origins of the Chinese characters. Then we'll do some practice writing all the words, and finally we'll wrap it up and we'll do a worksheet. So E is one. So if you want to use the annotate function that was like we did last week, you can practice writing E. It's pretty simple. It's just a straight line from left to right. Okay. And R is two. So if I'm going too quickly, you can say something. But R is just two straight lines, both left to right. It's kind of hard to draw on the computer, sorry. The annotate, if you hover your mouse around, there should be like a little pencil, and you can write stuff on the screen. And then this is sun. You can look at the graphics here, and it's just three straight lines across, which is three. Sun. This is su. Now su gets a little more complicated, so one down. Just a review from last week, but so that's su. Wu is five, and it has the the curved pronunciation, so it has the little check on it, so it's wu. You can kind of hear it in my voice. Wu. This is Leo, six. You can think of it as like a little person. So this is the head. The arms are these two, and then the two legs here. T is seven. For the pronunciation, you can think of it like cheese, but it also has this sound, like a snare drum almost. And then next is ba. Um, yeah, it's okay if you're writing on paper. Just try to write either on screen with the annotate or on the graph paper that we handed out. So ba is just a pie and a na, so two diagonal lines. This shows that they touch here, but normally I don't write it as touching. So that's ba. Here's the pinyin. The all, which is nine. Um, so is also pretty simple. And then that's a little hook here. If you have any questions, you can say it in the chat here. I'll type something. So if you have any, you can say it in the chat. And then sure is 10. Sure is it's one of the easier ones. Oh, can't really see my mouse right now. So it's just horizontal and vertical to make a cross. True. And then this is 100, which is pi. Pi is a little harder. It's more complex, but it's the on the bottom it's your, which means sun. We're gonna learn that later. And then on the top it's just this. And then last week we learned Xingqi. We didn't actually learn how to write it, but we learned that Xingqi goes in front of all the days of the week. So Monday is Xingqi, Tuesday Xingqi and so on and so forth. Um, so except for Sunday would be 星期日. And speaking of that, we'll move on to 日, which is sun. You can see how it originated is since the sun looks like a circle. Before they just put a circle and a line in it, and then slowly you can see it evolved. You see how this kind of looks like a sun? It evolved and it turned into this with more like rigid. So slowly over time it became that. But you can kind of see how the first one looks like a sun. So that's just basically the origin of the word. So if you want to practice writing here on the screen or on your paper, feel free to do so. Oh yes, I see. That's so good, Emma. Okay. 月. So first, which means moon. First, it started. You can see like the little crescent shape as the moon here, and they added a line, and it became. So it started from the little D crescent shape, which kind of looks like the moon, and it evolved into the modern day 月. So it's a 撇 here, and 横折钩. You can see the little hook here, and two lines in the middle. Oh yeah, very good, Emma. Oh, okay. So let's move on to Jin, which here means man, but I generally think of it as person. And you can see the little man here. This is like the hand right here, and then this is like the foot, and the head would be here. You can kind of see like the figure. And then it evolved. It turned into like an R shape at one point, but then it evolved into this Jin. Oops, sorry. Like this. You have to make sure that the left one is higher than the right one, or else this one, the other way would be 入, which means something completely different. So you have to make sure you get the things correct. Yeah. So from this like shape of a person, it evolved over time into this character here. Um. Okay. And then now we have Shang. So it means up or above. If you add shang mian means above, and then shang is just up. So first, it was this. Um, I guess it kind of means up because the smaller line is above the curvy line, but then it became something that looks like R, which is kind of a problem because you can't have two words that look the same. And then it turned into something that looked like an upside down T, and then they added a line here. So this is the shang we have today. So for practice, you do one one up and down line, and then you draw one line to the side. Ooh, it's kind of bad on the computer. Okay. You draw one up and down line here, one across to make an upside down T, then a little line right here. So everyone practice drawing their shang. We'll draw a few more here. So let's move on. Now it's xia. So like shang, it's down or below. So 下面 would be below something, and then 下 is just down. First it's just like shang. Since this is below like the curvy line, I guess it means xia. And then it turned into something that looks like an upside down R. And then it turned into something that looked like a T. And then it turned into xia today, like this. It looks like shang, but the small line is like angling downwards. So this is, let me clear all the drawings. So this, so a T, and then in the middle here, you draw a little line that goes down. So that's xia. So if I use the line tool here, I can draw cleaner. Yeah. Just the T with a little diagonal line. So that's all we have for today, but let's go and let's review how to say it. So if you guys want to unmute, you can say it with me. So this is sun, which with the R sound. It's not the R sound in Chinese is different from the R sound in like English. I don't know how to explain it, but this is yue, which means moon. You like the little cat that's like sitting on the moon here? I think it's so cute. On the moon, there's a little cat. Um, Yuan, which means person. Yuan. Shang, which means above or up. Shang. Xia, which means down or below, and it pronounced xia. Notice how it has like the accent going down. So any other pronunciation with like, it has to go down for it to mean this certain word. And xia with de tong. Here, let me write. So if it was xia, that means blind, and or shrimp too. Xia. So it's really important you get the xia sound with the 四字旁. So that's it for the slideshow, but I have a worksheet here. Let me get to it. Draw the character or the Chinese. Yeah, draw the character or the Chinese character. So here, let me go to the annotate. So here we draw. What is this? What's this word mean? Yeah. You guys remember? Emma, do you wanna unmute? Ooh. Hi, what? Huawei. Um, we're we're wrapping up the lesson now, but if you want, you can see the recording later. But now we're doing a worksheet. So I'll go over the slideshow. Hold on. Ugh, not here. Hold on. Share screen. Not that's my email. Oops. The little thing won't let me click. Okay, got it. Share screen. So we'll just go over the words we learned today for the people who just came. So this is 日, which means sun. So as you can see here, it started as a little circle with a line in it. That kind of looks like the sun, and it became the modern day one, which has more like a rectangle with a line in it. Yeah, it started as a little crescent shaped D, and it became our modern yeah. You start with a PF, go here, and then two lines in the middle. And this is Ren, which means person or man. And it started, you can kind of see the man shape here. And it evolved into the modern day Ren. Above there's Shang. It started as this semicircle with a line here. And then it evolved into our Shang today, which is an upside down T with a little line coming out the top. And this is Xia. It basically is the opposite of Shang, but it's just a key and a little like diagonal going down. So now we can work on the worksheet here. So let me just so I think Emma said it earlier, but she was on mute. So if you want to unmute, you can press the space bar, I think. So what does moon, I mean, I said it, but what does yue mean? Yeah, the moon. So if you want to draw it, you, ooh, that was so bad. If you want to draw it here, ooh. The moon. I'll draw some stars too. So that's the moon. You can kind of see how it looks alike, like the crescent. Yeah, I kind of see it. So what is this? The sun? Do you remember the Chinese word for it? I'll give you some time to see. So you all remember the Chinese word for sun? Jun. Yeah, here is moon. Here. But do you remember the Chinese word for
Sometimes we
sun?
have one haircut style, right?
Huh?
I cannot hurry. No, you cannot. That's not there.
So here is zhi. So if you remember how to write it, it's yeah. So it's like a rectangle with a little line inside of it. Here, I'll give you some time to catch up. If you're all ready, you can give me a thumbs up. You can either use like the emotion thing on the thing. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, let's move on. Let me clear this. We'll do these two. This is Jin. Do you remember what Jin means? If you do, you can just shout it out or you can type it in the chat. So Jin means person. So if you want to draw a person on your thing, also practice how to write Jin here. I'm just gonna draw a little stick person. So that's my Jin, my person. And this is the up arrow. So if you remember what that means, what the Chinese word is for up, it looks like this. Shang. Shang is the Chinese word. So like I said before, an upside down P, and then a little line. Kind of hard to draw on the computer, but hopefully you get my point. So that's Shang, which is up. If you want to practice on the screen, there's a little annotate function with the pencil icon. You can try and draw on the screen like that. Okay. And let's go here. We'll go xia, which means down. Oh, so xia, the T and the little diagonal here is down. So I'll just draw a down arrow here. Xia, down or below. So let's move on to here. Write the Chinese character and pronunciation that match the picture and word. So let's start with sun. Do you remember how to say sun in Chinese? Okay. If you're not ready to move on, give me a thumbs down. Otherwise, if you're ready, you can give me a thumbs up again. Oh, you're ready? Okay. Oh, very good. I see. Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. So pronunciation, the sun is zhi. So pinyin would be R-I, and it's si shang, the fourth tone. So it's zhi. And then here the character here would be, let me use the line function. The rectangle again, and we have the little line inside. So that's zhi. If you want to write the pinyin too, you can. Give me a big thumbs up if you're ready. Yeah. Thank you, Emma. And here we have moon, which means yue. So if you want to do a pinyin here, it's Y, U, E, U. And we have a solution again. Oops. So difficult to draw on the computer. Yes, yes. Ah, ah, ah. Something's happening. Okay, we're ready. So, oh my god, it's bugging out. Sorry. I'll just use my here. And the thing here, we have here with the two little lines inside of it. So that's it. You can write it on the screen with the annotate thing, or you can write it on your paper, the graph paper. I'll wait for a little so you can catch up. Okay, so if you're all ready, I'll clear the drawings and then we can. Oh, here we have person. Do we remember the Chinese word for that? It's Ren. R-E-N. Ren. Um, it's the second tone, Yarsha. So it's the line going up. If we want to review, it's Yi Sheng Fu. Yi Sheng is across, monotone. R Sheng is up, like you're asking questions. Sun Sheng, the San Sheng is like a curve. Um, it's like a corner turn, so it's like do, and then fourth is down. So it's kind of like when you're mad, your tongue goes down. Oops, to the intro. R-E-N. Yorsham. And the character here is Jin. So one minus it, oh, smaller line that way. We have to remember that this line here is the longer line. Otherwise, if it was like this, it means rule, which is completely different than Jin. So you won't make sense if you're trying to like talk about a person. Mm. Or write it again if you guys are not ready yet. No, no, okay. Now we have Shang, which is up. So Shang is just S A N G Shang. And it's also Shang, the fourth pronunciation. So it has a little line going down. So that's the pinyin, but Shang is the upside down T with the little line. Shang. Now finally we have our last character here. Yeah. So I don't know where my annotating thing went. So found it. Okay. So the pinguin is X I A. Ooh. So okay. Yeah. And it also has the position. Yeah. And then the how the character writing is so upside down. I mean the normal P here. And then we have our little diagonal line going down. So that's all for today's class today. Thank you both Emmas for coming, and I hope to see you guys next week. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and say, or you can type in the chat like I did before. Otherwise, class over. So, does anyone have any questions? You can say in the chat or raise your hand. No? Okay. Bye, Emma. Thank you for coming.